I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is October 15th, Tuesday, 2024. Hope you had a good day today. So, yesterday, you got to watch yesterday's video. I was mentioning that we had a possibility of a good retracement. I didn't expect this deep, but at the same time, I think I dropped the ball by mentioning that the liquidity, if we came below, that we would come for here. When I was done with the video, I was like, man, you forgot to mention it. But in general speaking, I was looking at the previous 3-day lows, right? So obviously we have Monday's low, we have Friday's low of last week, and Thursday's low of last week. So that being the case, when we came up and we struggled and we hit this top 25% of that daily bearish imbalance, that was used as resistance. So when I expected a big retracement, but I mean, this was a little bit heavy, but hopefully we get this reaction that I'm looking for. I'm in this trade now. Where did I buy it from? I bought it from not a random place. I bought it from that gap, which is where it is from here. You should have this on your chart already, but June 23rd. All right, so that being the case, that's pretty much to explain this in simple terms. That's what this was, because the 15 historical data shows that we do get a big retracement. So we did punch through, we did take liquidity, we did seal all of the weekly bearish imbalance, and then we fell short of sealing it here, dangling carrot. But same speaking, this is going to get ugly here. So we'll see how this goes, but that's explaining all that. So with this understanding, yes, we are going up, baby. We are going up. Let's go. But the thing is this. So to try to make this simple, and I don't know if this is going to pan out, to be honest with you. I don't know. So what I'd like to do is put this in break even. And coming any lower than this, I wouldn't even want it to come any lower anyway. But that being the case here, so let's go. Yeah, I mean, super suspect. This is second drive, third drive, possibly. Which, if on the 1 minute you look at this as one drive right here, and then second drive right here, and then the third is the raid. So nice turtle soup and following in that gap. So this is not a random place, right? And this is the end of the day, which they love to do. So I'm aware of that. Yes, I'm double the leverage only because of the fact that, you know, this could be a position trade. So obviously our goal is to take out these highs up here. And how long that's going to take, no clue. But let's get into the video here. So to keep this, again, I'm going to try to keep this simple. But here we had the failed highs here, right? We want to rush and take that out. But look at the 15 minute. Look at the bodies respecting that top 25% gap. Don't get lost with all these lines right now. It's literally only the quad levels, the midnight level, the opening range, and then that high that we took out from the 26th of September, right? So that being the case here, when we were in price action, this was took the sell into here, and then came in and took this buy here, right? So we started failing. I was like, okay, we came deep as hell. I was like, all right. And then we respected, and I still held on. But here is the clues of where you knew it could be selling here. And this is a very good learning lesson as well. So take a look. We have that first, God, there's so much to talk about. There's this first imbalance, which is this 934. Typically it's between the 932 and the 935 in general speaking, but you got that dragged out here, and you have this bearish imbalance right here, which is going to be this 928 with its gap. So I don't want to drag it out too much right now. Just follow me here. So let me thicken this. Do I need to thicken this? No, that the black line right there is the top 25% of the gap of the bearish imbalance. So we come below. I was like, okay. So we came all the way back. I was like, that's pretty deep. This is red flag number 2 right here, right? But at the same time, I do understand that it's possible to have that big retracement that I've been talking about. Why do I say that? Besides it being the 15-year data, I'm saying that because um, these people here, these are all late traders. So we're coming back to take out breakout traders. So it's a very simple logic, right? We were on an oversold in the 4 hour as well. I think on the one and the 1 hour was also giving it away. Not sure. I don't think I mentioned this either, but whatever. Um, so that being said, with all that being said, um, you also have the 50% level, which, where is it here? It's here, right? Yeah. So that this red line is coexisting, obviously, with the bearish imbalance. So that's why you see a red line there. But that being said, what happens is we come deep, right? And I'm like, we close really low. So I'm like, yo. So now I'm looking at liquidity below here, right? And then sure enough, if you are watching higher time frames, like 5 minute specifically and 15 minute, they're giving it away. They're literally telling you. But keep in mind, the 10 hour, the 4 hour, 10 o'clock candle is coming out here. Where is it? Right here. Exactly right here. So this was a suspect situation, which I'll explain. So we come low. That's red flag number one. We come up here and we stop. I'm like, okay. But if you look as we're consolidating and we're not really going anywhere, look at the 15 minutes. The 15 minutes are just wicking in. Bodies are right here. So then what happens is that next 10 o'clock fucking candle on the 15 minute. And we're trying to use that first imbalance in green. We're trying to use that as support in some way. It's not working. Here it worked for a second. Okay, cool. Breaks below it. Right here, this 1007 is really what gave it up, in my opinion. But you'll see, and I'll drag out this bullish imbalance. Again, I know there's a lot going on here, man. So let me see here. Jesus. So there's this 938 bearish imbalance as well. Right, we're going above it, going below it. At one point, I want to see these levels respect, which is what? Well, I mean, if it's bearish, you're gonna want to see this one right here. This 928. We also have, and we hit it to the tick right there at 50%. Right. We also have in the background the opening gap, which is very small. Right. And let me keep this here so I can see. Yeah. Okay. So we're good. This opening gap here. And then, so you see all the levels here, right? So we push up, we get this bullish imbalance, and then we come below it, and then it's like, okay, well, which way are we going to go? Now they have built possible liquidity because they didn't take that out, which is also a big problem. So that being the case, once we come underneath these levels here, you can see we respect it. We come underneath it again, we tag the midnight level. So there's the midnight level there too. And then pretty much right here, I knew that this trade was not going to pan out. What does it do? Then it pushes down with this 1009 and then especially this 1010. Here is where I switch gears, and you have to be able to do that. I've seen this a million times where you'll see this control of price happen, this 1011. So we come underneath. All right, that's a break, in my opinion. It's a break, and especially we take out that low. This candle comes up, stops at the previous settlement of yesterday, and then that's it right there. That's resistance. This is support, turn, resistance. This is not a liquidity raid. This is literally a shift in direction. So because of that, I understand that we could come down and take that liquidity. This is an entry right here, literally. So what does it do? It comes back down here with this 1012. And then another entry is this 1013. I didn't draw all this out, but I'm going to do it here. All right, so that candle, that up candle, that is the control of price right there. So it digs in and comes down. Now we got an imbalance right here with this 1013. I mean, it's gone. It's going. You tag in slightly, gone. Come in, comes down, playing around at that 50 level. Let me kind of see if I can zoom out. So we're at that 50 level, So this is not being used as support. So yesterday I was also saying that we want to see, let me see if I can do this. We want to see this red here with the red line. Look how we came in Asia and then we bounced right on top of that 50%, that's what we want to see. That's great. But now here we're underneath it, especially with this 1020 candle. It comes down and then look, we're pretty much, this becomes like the next control of price kind of speaking. I'll just do this here. I just didn't want to put it over the red line, but the red line's there, right? And as you can see, this high, this 1027 never breaks that 1019 control of price candle. See that up candle? So that right there, boom. And what does it do? All bearish candles. You're not able to get in unless you're trailing your, I mean, of course, we're trailing our stop for pretty much each candle, right? And then here's another bearish imbalance. Now, where would you take this sell? Obviously, so here's the deal. Again, a lot to talk about. We have that opening range gap that was never filled. So the 50% of the previous day opening range gap is also coinciding with the bottom 25% of the bearish imbalance. Okay, but also where's liquidity? Well, you also want to seal that. You also have the opening. You have the previous days, which is fucking Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Friday, and Thursday. So for me, when this price, yes, it digs in, so I'm holding this as a resistance. There's no reason to get out yet. See, we're tagging the bottom 25% of the gap. That's not by accident. That's algorithmic. That's on purpose. See that? So there's no reason to get out here. Then the price shoots down, all right, and then we take out the previous day's low. And why is that? Well, obviously because they're trying to, the algorithm is going to reference the previous 3-day lows and the 3-day highs. So if we're not going up, we're coming down, right? So that's what we're looking at here. So as soon as this crosses over underneath with this candle, this 1038 pushes up, I'm done. I have to be done. But here you get this fake this fake signal here, right? And it's not fake. It does pan out. I do take the buy here because I do have a little divergence here. We're on the oversold. We took out previous day's liquidity, and I don't know if we're going to come for this low here and this low. So the main issues with taking this buy right here, yes, it was a nice move, but the issue with that is because you still have these two lows right there. You can see it better on the 4-hour. Obviously, I'm talking about those lows right there, right? So if if any breakout trader pushed up and retraced back, and this was nice support, right? Then this is what they were hunting, right? So that's the issue with this trade. So when this trade obviously didn't pan out, I'm done. I got to be finished for the rest of the day because number 3, this is a 4-hour candle. So this 4-hour candle here, which is the 10 o'clock, it's only 10:40. It's so early in the day that this 4-hour candle can bleed and take forever down. That's why I didn't have any confidence in this buy at all. So as you see, it was holding all the way until we rated here, right? So that's to explain this. Now, if you took this buy, I mean, taking it back to the weekly open, which is the big purple, that's a given, right? And then breaking through, or also even breaking through that Monday's low, obviously, and then bumping against the bottom of that bearish imbalance. So, but the main issue I had besides these two liquidity points here was that it was so early. The 4-hour candle is going to take forever. I don't expect this to fly all the way up, right? It'll be a massive ass wick, and that's not even realistic, right? But I still did it because I was hoping that it would create a wick, and then the next 4-hour candle would come down and try to, and mitigate some of that big wick that it would have created, like on the 15-minute, as you see here, right? But on a 4-hour, but because of it never leaving this area, this is just going to be a raid. So, And sure enough, what do? We then take out these two lows. Now, when it's coming lower here, see how we come below? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. These candles right here. So we come down here and we don't touch that gap. All right. And what also do we have to the left? If I'm going to blow up this 15-minute from then, right here, this candle right here. So yes, I understand that that's liquidity there, and do they take that out or not? If it raids here, then my number one assumption is to come to this low, and then possibly these lows. I don't know. I just don't see that, but anything is possible. We were only expecting a big retracement, and we got it. But I mean, anything lower, I mean, I would really think that the market is like shifting gears. Like, you know, we're not going to get that bullish possible fourth quarter even. But I mean, we don't want to jump ahead. The bottom line of what I was trying to say is this level right here. Once it taps into the gap, that candle is a 10 o'clock candle right here. See this candle right here? This is a 4-hour candle. See that right here? That's right here, right? So when we tapped in, I allowed this to come in, and then I'm pushing the button at 50% right here. So, and then if I sniper it and show you more, again, I don't know if this is going to pan out, but I don't care because it's in break even and it's worth the shot. I was expecting a big retracement. Again, not this deep, but I should have mentioned these lows. I don't know why I didn't mention these lows. I don't know why, but I meant to after I made the video, and it is what it is, man. I'm not perfect, so whatever. But again, when I saw this gap, I was like, oh, okay, cool. They might just tag this 10 o'clock candle because that's a distribution candle. And then we'll see what happens from here. So when the price comes down here, let me blow this up. When the price comes down here, we had tagged in, and then this last candle, this 336, this dips in and then comes all the way back. I mean, it literally, as soon as it comes back in, I'm filled right here, like right there. And that's the way I do things. I got a nice signal here as well. That's adding to the situation. And well, why didn't you buy here? I just told you there's a gap sitting here. Number one. Number two, I don't have any signal here. There's no signal here. This right here, this is a higher low, and this is a higher low. That's not a signal for me, right? So I'm not thirsty for that, right? Because I got the gap, especially. So anyways, that's explaining this. So, but the key factor, I'm gonna go back to this. Oh, and also this bearish imbalance right here. This should have been here. This what is this? This 1036 dragged out. You see that we are struggling underneath it. We're not like coming above and then making a new high. Like this candle became the controller price here. Like nothing ever breaks above this candle, right? So that being said, you're seeing it fail. This is what you want to see if it's failing, right? So sure enough, just slow it down. I'm not even going to go into all this bullshit, but what the key factor here is this: don't be so zoomed in here. All right, that's why I got all these time frames. Let me go back a little bit. Right here. I hope this is the bottom. So we'll see. You see this speaker here? It's like a speaker in itself. Like right here, this was a speaker here. Very suspect. Right here. See this? See lows. Then we came up in high and made a high. Right. So right there and right there. See that? And then we failing. We're the wicks on the 15-minute, man, are literally telling you what's happening here. And then if I went to a 5-minute, which I can in a second, but the purpose of all this is that, okay, well, we're not making new highs. Okay, number one. Number two, we break this low. We come in, we break. You see these two down candles to see it hold that support? Yeah, it's digging in, cool, but then it breaks right here. This 1009 is literally almost the last confirmation I needed to know that we were going bearish. Right here, I had the confirmation here. This green bearish, this green bullish imbalance, the 934, the first imbalance on the opening. You could see it respecting that. Can't you see that? Can't you see it? Can't you see this 954 also this bullish. See this? I'm dragging it out. See how it's this. See how we tagged it right there with this 1007 right there? Boom. That's not what you want to see if you're bearish. Period. And then, I mean, if you're bullish, and then you can see us respecting that 50% right there. See that? So then once it's coming down, it's like, dude, you got to know. Now, where's your last situation here of knowing is that when we break this liquidity here, this candle stops right here, and then boom, it's gone. And we're looking to wipe out all this easy built liquidity. Besides this was all way too easy as well. So that retracement for me coming down here to take out this low, well, while you're doing this, you got to watch the 5 minute. You got to watch the 5 minute and the 15 minute. First of all, the 15 minute is just nothing but big ass candles. So you got to let it roll, right? A 5 minute, if you look at the 5 minute here, it told everything. Like now let me zoom in here. So the 5 minute here, you got that liquidity. And again, stop zooming in so much. You don't want to be doing this. You don't want to be doing this. You don't want to be doing this. You can't see shit. Right? I mean, unless you got these other charts, obviously. But if your focus is there, you gotta step back. All right. So then you slither down. Look at this slithering down. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is I call it slithering down. Right. This is where the price just. This is a breakaway imbalance. This never gets filled. Here's another purpose of it. Keep holding it, and it's just solid candles the whole way. And I can see that on other screens. So I'm not getting out. There's no reason to. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to until obviously this opening range gap, the weekly gap, plus the liquidity low, right? So that would have been minimum targets right here. So other than that, this does not look good. This, even for the trade I'm in now, it doesn't look good. But it's worth a shot because of the fact that I understand that this liquidity here built, and we were still bullish, but I mean, man, any lower, a buying area, if I was to just do this, the last buying resort here, let me see if I can highlight it. This area right here. This area right here is where I want to be a buyer. And right now I'm touching the first level or stage of it. Anything lower than that, I've already discussed it here with this here. This low right here. This low especially. I would expect it to buy after rating this. Possibly just tapping these gaps down here. And the previous week low, and I know this is a little sloppy, I know. If I try to zoom out, Jesus, where is it? It's right here. This Sunday, it's in here. Oh, God, it's too much to show. It's right here. It's this level. See this level here, and this level there, which is going to be from Sunday, October 6th. Okay, it's literally they added it right on top of there. So it's probably a magnet, and if we go any lower, we're probably gonna come up into this area here. So I don't know. Obviously I don't fucking know, but my shot to shoot this was worth it to me. Definitely worth it to shoot this shot. Because why? Well, because we just took out that liquidity, right? And they're greedy, so they're gonna want to come and wipe out all the people who are selling in here, right? Up here, even we'll see how this goes. But I would have rather had a bigger response than this, and I'm not really getting it. So, we'll see how it goes. Nothing else I could say here, but I'm definitely going to want to see this hold as support. So we'll see how that goes. That's the 3 o'clock candle, 5 minute. We'll see, man. I don't know, but this is not a random place for me to take this buy. So as you see, right? All right. So that being said, here. And look at Dow, super sloppy. Right here, let me see if I can show you here. So lower highs here, lower highs here. All right. And then not helpful lower highs here. The divergence work was shitty. As you can see, we had some lower lows here with S&P and Dow, and we had some higher lows with Dow, but didn't matter. None of this was helpful, and even the buy that I just took, not even helpful. Didn't even get a divergence there, which sucks. So look at these lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. So what they could do is they could raid one more time, and then that would be probably in fucking Asia when no one's trading or someone's sleeping, and then buy up. So that's possible, man. But this is definitely not good for the market. But dollar just still kind of going sideways and slowly going up. As you see, I was mentioning yesterday about Dow and S&P, especially specifically Dow, that we would look for a retracement here, and sure enough, that was it, man. You could see um, pretty clear. And where were they going? Again, same story. They're attacking all the breakout traders here. So that's all this is. So it's nothing to freak out about, but at the same time, we're on the overbought here. So now we're coming to this 50%. Does it get a nice reaction? Does it stop here? That's what I'm going to look for Dow. And again, can come a little lower here because of the breakout trader, right? Coming this low, I don't know. I mean, this is going to be a very interesting scenario. And to be honest with you, from here on, I don't know, man. I gotta be smooth with it, but I'm willing to take that shot that I took because of understanding that we just took out all that liquidity, and also remember that I knew that it was a possibility that we would struggle because of this divergence here. So look at Nas, doesn't take the high out. Here, we got higher highs here. So this could be the start of a big push down. I don't know, obviously. This right here. See that? So, man, I don't know, man. And this is a higher time frame. So look at these gaps right here. Look at these gaps right here. Very possible that they come and sweep. They come back into this range here. Ugh, not looking pretty. So we'll see. But if this becomes bearish, then I'm gonna say, hey, let's go look for this bearish imbalance to hold as resistance, and then you would want to see. So just like this big retracement here. This is kind of like what I'm talking about. I should have mentioned it yesterday. I didn't. But kind of like when we pushed up here, we retraced, we pushed up here, and then we came back to sweep it. So that would be like the logic of what I'm saying happening here. Hopefully that it does stay, but here, look, it does come down into or sold more. It's a little more reasonable. Here, this is just floating still. Don't like that for my trade, dude. I don't. But unless it's really bullish, and this was just manipulation, and then we get a nice push up, but we have to see that. Until then, it's we're just gonna say that this was a retracement from this range here, as of now. And does it come under here? I mean, if I made the market, I would come under here, to be honest, and I would tap like right into here or something, right? Get into it like a 60, 70. You know what I'm saying? If I was to make this range from here to here, but who knows? We'll see. But let me see. What else was I gonna say here? So there's Dow, right? And then S&P, same story. They came right back to that breakout level. See that? Came right to it. So I would expect a little bit more down. So they haven't took out these lows, and we already did. So which one is it? Is it where we're going to go up while they come back down, or are we going to keep coming down while they come down? I don't know, obviously, bro. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a big response there. But I mean, it's typical. I mean, I expected this, but I mean, it's got to stop from here. If we are, in my opinion, if we're going to have a bullish quarter, fourth quarter, I mean, it's got to stop here. So coming right back to the week. So that's pretty much where we're at. Yeah. And then I was talking about this gap right here. Again, we did not break above that 25%. So if you got spooked by that, if you got tricked by that right there, hey, that was still a trade though. But does it take liquidity? Yeah, raids here doesn't take that out right there. So we'll see, man. We'll see, man. Hopefully this fucking thing holds. So, and then if you looked at also NASDAQ, I'm not NASDAQ, NQ, I'm not NQ, NVIDIA, big retracement back. Again, this was okay. This is what I expected. But again, we don't want to go any lower than here, and in my opinion. And if they get another drive and then pop all the way up, okay, fine with that too. But that's it. That's as far as it goes. That's as far as it should go, in my opinion, for this fourth quarter. Ugh, that shit does not look good though, man. But yeah, hopefully we start moseying up. But that's tough, man. After a big drop like that, like I'm afraid it'll turn into something like this. So we get a big drop right here. See, we reach up, and look how close they got to the top, dude. Like, I mean, if that's not manual intervention, bro, I mean, I don't know what is. But I just don't want to see this. I don't want to see us come back into that bearish imbalance and then roll over, right? Because then, that's gonna be bad. And to be honest, it's kind of looks like it might happen. I don't know. So, 31 minutes. I've talked way too much. Go watch yesterday's video. I was literally saying at the end of the video that I want to see a big retracement. And there it is. So let's hope this holds up, buddy. Let me go to 1 minute real quick. And this candle right here. I'm gonna highlight this 1 minute candle right here. I'm gonna want to see this also hold. So, oh. So this candle right here as a support block right here. So we push through it, we come back, and we're respecting that area. So far, so good. So far, so good. I'll just leave it like that. We'll see. So you guys take care and God bless.